Hey guys, how you doing? Preston here, and in today I've got my good pal Caleb. How you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Preston?
Good, good. Caleb, the one and only Sessions, my go-to video guy. Caleb, so what are we doing here today?
So we're actually building my website.
Oh my God, can you believe that?
Building my online presence. Super excited.
Awesome. So Caleb came to me and said, he's a videographer. He wants to build a bit of an online presence. That's what we do. So we said, let's go ahead and demonstrate. Let's build a website for you. Our goal is try and see if we can get this done in, let's say, half an hour, 45 minutes. We'll at least get the structure set up. All right?
Absolutely.
Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on our last call, Caleb. I should have recorded it, but what we did was we went across to your GoDaddy account and then we pointed your domain, the name servers, over to this hosting platform. Remember that? That took us a few minutes, probably like 2-3 minutes. Then we waited a few minutes and we went over and we created what's called your C panel, your control panel, which I'll explain to you the benefits of that in the future. Then we installed WordPress. Remember doing that? We did a lot of stuff, right? We got it set up. So awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually set up some of the essential plugins. WordPress is a CMS, so a content management system. And what it's designed to do is just give you kind of like a base for writing, for building websites. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind is that when WordPress first started, it was pretty much just a blogging platform. And actually, that's an important thing to make the distinction between WordPress.org and WordPress.com. WordPress.com is still a very heavy blogging platform, right? With a lot of really cool free features. And WordPress.org is where you can actually get a domain from a different host or a different registrar and then put it on the WordPress CMS. And then you can go ahead and add what's called plugins and themes to make the website look like just about any way that you want. It's a blogging site that can build things from the website that you're using to power your website today. It's going to be on the same platform that Forbes.com uses, Disney, Best Buy, and some of those big names out there, all using the same builder that you're going to be building your website on.
So I am a little curious, and I'm sure people are curious out there as well. People talk about coding websites and stuff like that. Like, you're not doing any coding or anything when it involves this kind of stuff.
Exactly. So you can build a website using HTML coding, which is what we learned back in school. But there's so many people that have created technologies to make that a lot easier that you're going to see that we're going to be able to build a website out without using little to no code. All right. Obviously, if you do have a bit of knowledge of HTML, you'll see certain parts when I'm building the website out that I will put a little bit of HTML code in there, but it's very, very minimal. And I would never dream of building a website from scratch up, right? Especially in today's day where you have, different sizes of devices. You've got mobile, you got tablet, you got desktop, you got different animations and things happening. That would be an absolute nightmare to try and build that out from the bottom up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use what's very popular right now with Elementor. It's called a page builder. So you're going to build the pages almost like you're doing a PowerPoint presentation or Word document. That same kind of idea is how we're going to build your overall website today.
That's cool.
Okay. And
it may sound so simple.
It is pretty simple. There is going to be a lot more advanced stuff. That's where you and I will kind of talk about in the future. But the overall designing of the website has become very, very, straightforward for the most part. And I'll kind of show you where it gets a little bit more advanced and where you might want to seek some professional help later on. All right.
Awesome. Okay.
But you don't got to worry about it, man. I'll probably say close to 200 websites on this platform. I know my way around pretty good. All right. Awesome. So let's get this party started. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to install a theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Appearance, click on Theme, and then I want to add a new theme over here. And the themes that could do just about any look that you want on WordPress. And they're literally thousands of themes you can use. We're going to default to the Hello theme. It is a theme designed by Elementor. And the reason why I choose that one is that it's a very, very light framework. A lot of the other themes that are available out there, they're heavier, and heavier files means it takes longer to load. So since Elementor knows that their platform is a full page builder, they pretty much designed a theme that has just about nothing on it. Okay. So now why I do that, here's something that a lot of people forget to do, is we're going to go ahead and delete these other ones, because anything extra on your site that's not needed is just a chance of you getting either hacked because of vulnerability, or it just makes your website loaded heavier with more content that you don't need for no reason. All right. So I deleted these extra themes that we don't need. Now it says, thanks for installing the Hello theme. The theme works is a lightweight starter theme that works best with Elementor. So let's go ahead and install Elementor.
I'm curious, but also for the people listening, what exactly is Elementor? So, like, you explain the theme, but what is Elementor to the theme?
Exactly. So the theme is the framework that the website's on. Elementor is actually what gives us all of the widgets and blocks that make up the page.
So Elementor is like the tool belt or the tools to the tool belt.
Yes, exactly. So think of the theme as the tool belt, and Elementor is going to be all the tools that you need. So what we're going to do is we've installed Elementor. It's asking me to go ahead and start my first page, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple extra plugins that I know that will make my life easy. So the first one I'm going to do is Elementor itself is free, but Elementor Pro is a paid plugin. You'll get gifted this for being part of this experiment. So I'm go ahead and install Elementor Pro. Okay, we'll go with this one for now. It might ask for an update. Yeah, Elementor Pro is needed because there are a lot of more advanced features, especially from lead generation process like forms that don't come in the free one. You're going to want to have that on there. All right, so it's telling me to activate. One of the things I'm going to just go ahead and delete is the Hello Dolly theme. No offense, it's just a reminder to be nice, but I don't need to put that on there. And then ask about anti-spam. I'm going to delete that unless you start to complain you're getting a lot of spam coming through. We might add it back later. But these are the plugins that come by default. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a plugin called Leads for Elementor. Yeah, so this one right here, Linux Leads for Elementor. What that does, it's a catch-all when somebody submits a form. Because there are times, and it happens more often than I would like to admit, but somebody submits a form on the website and it doesn't get sent over to your email because the internet, they disappear somewhere in space. So I always install this right off the offset of a website because that way this always captures, anytime somebody enters anything in those forms, it'll capture it on the back end of your WordPress site so that you can at a later date go in and see if the people that you had leads coming through and they're just not getting to your email because it went to your spam or something like that. So I always install this on and I check it, once a week or so to make sure nothing ever gets put in here.
Is it making sure it's getting sent to your email, or this is
just puts them in one place for you? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. It's also really good for if in the future you want to download it to create a mailing list or something like that. It's good to have them all here. It can give it to you like in a CSV, Excel type spreadsheet.
Cool.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to install another one called Stencil. Stencil is going to be a lifesaver in a bit. You'll see why. Actually, you're probably not going to feel the pain because I'm going to show you the new way of doing it. If you had to add images to your website the old way, it would be painful. And Stencil makes it really good. So Stencil basically allows us to pull images, resize them as we need for the website, and then compresses them before it goes onto the website so they load fast. And they always look great. That's the plugin that you saw me before renaming the image. Remember when I was renaming the images for them to go onto the website? The Stencil plugin is what I was using.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's this bad boy load. All right, while it's taking its time to load, you want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so I build people videos, different promotional videos, or make people different promotional videos. Work right now, specifically working on creating a template, a done-for-you service for video business cards. Instead of being in a networking event or something like that, where you're handing out your business card, people end up losing it, throwing it on the table, whatever it may be. Video business card that takes 30 seconds, just gives an idea of who they are, what they do, why, focus on emotion, so you can get some business. Very
cool. And that's going to be offered in our branding packages, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see my video business card. I thought it was a pretty genius concept when you presented it to me. Here's the little magic sauce I'm going to install right now. It's called Envato Elements. This is I think you have an account with them, right?
I do.
What I'm going to do here for you is I'm going to connect your Envato Elements to this website so you get access to all the premium themes as well. Cool.
Okay.
All right, so give me 1 second. Can you still see my screen?
I can.
Okay, so before I go ahead and put the Envato Elements on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect Elementor Pro. There are going to be a couple other plugins that I'm going to add on, but I can do that at a later date.
Okay.
I will put them on at a later date. Let me just see if I'm missing any essential ones. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Elements, and let's just see first. Let's see if they need to add you. Is that the email you used to activate it? The reason why I was asking you to see if you wanted to put your license on is because all of these ones with a star, these are templates that are premium. And because you got the premium license for the month there, you can get access to all of these. So before we go across and do that, let's just see if one of the themes that you want to use are going to be a premium or if you can be happy with one of the free ones. These are basically what these are. These are templates that you can use to start your website, to build your website on. All right. So for example, I'm pretty sure there's one for videographer. So I'm going to go through these here and see. There we go. Videographer. There you are.
There we go.
So boom. So what we can do, we can take a look at this template. So you don't need to put your premium on. Okay. So this is an example. So you see, it gives you an example of our homepage and another example. So if you want to see what this looks like, if you want to use a page like this is what your page would look like. So you can obviously change the colors. You can change any of the text, but at least what you have is a template to start.
Okay.
Cool. You can edit any single part of this.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you can actually, the other cool thing is that we can take part of this one and then part of this one. Right. So let's say you like parts of this. You can go ahead and install that onto your website.
Awesome.
Right. So which one you want to start with as a base? This one, you think, or the other one?
Yeah, I think we could start with that one. I didn't.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this page and we're going to add it to our website, and that's going to be your homepage. So what's cool about this in Vato Element, it syncs with Elementor. So right away, it's going to create a page on my website called homepage, and it's going to drop that entire design onto your website for you. Okay, so that's done. So congrats, the draft page was just created. Let's go back. Let's see what other pages we want to do. Do you want to have an About Us page?
Yes.
All right. So they only give us one template, so we're stuck with that. So let's call this one About. Okay. Create that page.
Okay.
When I say you're spoiled coming in like this, dude, if you see what I had to do just like 2 years ago to build a website. Yeah. All right. So this one here, videos. So I guess this is like maybe some of your portfolio kind of thing. So let's import that. We'll call it videos as well. Okay. Create. And then we're going to go back. And this is a cool one, a single video. So if you want a sample, and then you're gonna need a quote one. Actually, let's do the request a quote as your contact us. Okay. So we got that. So I think these are all the pages that we need for now. So we're gonna back out of here and we're gonna go over to pages. And as you can see, all of the pages on the website are now here, but they're in draft mode, right? So we have to go in and edit the page first. So this is and then to make things easier, WordPress just released a new version of WordPress that allows you to create those blocks and so forth. Again, making life super easy. What we're going to do here is, so this is the homepage, just a blank document. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to go ahead and publish it. Now I'm going to want to edit that page in Elementor so it looks, you're probably like, dude, where was that nice pretty landing page you did before, right?
Right.
So what you do is you click on Edit with Elementor. What I want to do here is, as you can see, Caleb, your entire page, the way that we designed it is all here, right? Some template documents as well as some lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum is basically just dummy text that you would use to rewrite. What you need to know, anything on this page now is editable. This top section, the reason why it looks like that is because we haven't created your header yet. Once we create the header section is the part that goes across every page consistently. Once we create that, it's going to look prettier. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and click on the little gear icon down here.
Okay.
And I'm going to hide the title. See, the homepage is gone. And then I'm going to actually, because I don't want this to be distracting to me, I'm going to hide the top section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, can you change this to being an Elementor canvas? Right? And then when I hit update, important thing,
Go get rid of it.
Whenever this is green, that means we have changes that are not live. When I click update, it'll go ahead and make the changes live, and then this will turn gray.
Okay.
All right. So you see now we don't have anything at the top. Okay. So what we'll do is later on we'll go back and edit the header menu, and then we'll make it pretty. So as you can see here, everything on the site is editable. Okay. So you can go in and you can, if you want to change the way it says videographer. Right. So your homework is going to be to go through this page, look at a couple other sites so you can get some inspiration, and then come back and then maybe just draft out in a Word document or on a piece of paper what you want to change about all of these things. And then you and I can have a discussion about editing each one of these pieces for you on the website. Okay. So now you have a template to work with. Okay. Now in terms of editing it, like I said, everything is editable. So if you click on this section here, you want to change the word grapher, you just click on the little pencil and then it goes into edit mode. So you see right over here, I'm editing the header section there and the word grapher. So if I add an S at the end, it'll put it right onto the page for me. You see?
Okay.
I'm editing it over here, but it's actually putting it right on the page for me. The reason why this is an as you see, what you see is what you get editor. If I wanted to, let me just to give you some, I don't know, this is a little funky the way they did this here. I probably would have done them like this, but I'll look at it when we see. Sometimes designers do some interesting things. So these should have been pictures for some reason. They didn't show. Oh, these are images, but for some reason they didn't show up. So we just gotta put them back on in here. These are where you would put, if you have samples of your work, right? You can put these things on here. You can change them if you want to take out a section completely. Let's say you don't want to use, let me think of an area that you might not want to use. You don't want the section at all. We just got to click on the X and it completely deletes that section.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to undo it, just press Control Z and it brings it back. Okay. So you don't have to worry about making a boo-boo too much for it. If you want to, do you have any brand colors as yet picked out?
Don't. It would probably be somewhere along the lines of blue.
Blue. Okay. So perfect. So let's look at, let's see if we can come up with a color for you. This is a website I like to use. It's called Flat UI Colors. Colors that look great on the web. All right. So let's just start off with the basic. Is this the kind of blue you're thinking?
Yeah, the top one.
The top one? Perfect. See?
Top one or the one below that one or the other.
So I'm going to copy this color. I'm going to go back to your website and I'm going to click on hire a camera. And inside of the style section, you see where it says background color? I'm just going to go ahead and paste that code that I copied from the other side. And I'm going to hit plus. So I'm going to add it to my list of colors so I don't have to go looking for that again.
Okay.
You also said that you like this one. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to Elementor. I'm going to paste that color in here as well. And I'm going to add that color in there. So now I have both of those blues in here that I can use for different purposes on the site everywhere.
Cool.
Okay. So did you have, when you look at this, can you think of an accent color that you'd want to use on the site?
Yeah, that one or the midnight blue. Like, what do you think about that?
I think more of the midnight blue.
Okay.
Let's just put it over here so we have it for a later date. Okay. So now that we have those colors here kind of picked out, we can go through the site and these are all widgets. You remember when I talked about the widgets before?
Right.
So Elementor is made up of, let me show you. So, okay, in case we came onto this page and we had nothing here, it was completely a blank canvas. What we do is we click on the plus sign here and then this is a section, right? So select your section structure. So a website is built into sections and columns. All right. So you can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to build that one down here, we'd probably select this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotcha. But this one here is one big section with an inner column inside. So if I want to build this section here, what I would do is I would simply just click on this one, which is a full width. And then this, if I look, this is called a heading, right? You see it says edit heading. So if I want to build this, I would go ahead and I would do the side here. I would click on all the widgets and I'll drag the heading into here. So all I did was I went into all of the widgets. I pressed this 9 boxes here. I went into widgets and I just dragged the widget over to where that blue line is. You see where that blue line is? That's where it's going to drop that element. You see?
Okay.
So now in this one, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to edit. And I'm going to just paste the text that I had in that first one. Okay. Now you're probably going to say, Preston, that doesn't look anything like this one. All right. But then you can just start to do a couple of things like this one's centered. So I'll come down here. I'll hit on center. Right. Then I'll come into style. And I see that the typography, which is the font, is a different type of font. It's all uppercase and it's a different type of font. So I'll have to go through here and figure out, what font kind of looks like that. And then I keep playing around with it until it looks exactly like that.
You can change the letter spacing and everything.
Exactly. And then this one here, follow us.
Can you just copy that one and it copies everything and then you just paste it over?
Dude, why are you ruining my surprise? Why are you ruining my surprise? I was trying to get you guys set up for this thing and then say, but bada bam bam bam, you can just copy it over. But you completely just blew my surprise. Yeah, you are right. Elementor is extremely smart, and they came out with a feature about last year that you can simply just, I'm just showing you the basics. So if you're copying it from a different website, you can't do that. But if it is on your website, you're right. What I can do is I can just come up here, right click, copy, come down here, right click, paste the style. Oh, it disappeared. Why did it disappear? Because that is a white, and down here, it's white. So what I want to do is I want to change the background of this. So what I can do is I can simply click on this to edit the section, the three dots in the middle. So you see now I'm editing the section, and there are a couple of things that I want to do. You see how the text is smaller in here? You see that little box in here? So the text doesn't go outside that. So what I want to do is I want to move this box over so it's a little bit smaller. Then I want to make the height a little bit wider, okay? And then I want to go to style, and then I want to change the background style, change the color of the background style. Boom, there's the text.
Okay.
You get it? Okay, there is what's really cool is that Elementor, the reason why I think that the plugin is doing so darn well is because they do a really good job with their videos in teaching you everything that has to be done.
Awesome.
All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to simply, because this is about 45 minutes that we've got your homepage done, I'm going to show you how to build up the other pages that they're online. And I'm just going to create the header section so you guys feel confident and ready to be able to at least have a site that's structurally in place, but you still have to go back and edit the text to make sure that it's the right content that you want on there, right? And I also want to just create a quick coming soon page for you so that when people come to your website, if they go to calebsessions.com right now, we don't want them to see your site under construction, right?
Right.
We want them to see a pretty landing page saying coming soon.
Okay, cool.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this. You're going to let this thing load. And I'm going to go to the preview mode. So you see the whole page is in place like we wanted to. Okay, everything's here. This bottom section that I was creating, you can completely just delete that whenever you're ready, right? But you're going to have to go through right now. And this is where the next couple hours is going to take place. It's going to be anywhere from 15 to 20 hours of you going through and just cleaning up all these things, right? Changing the colors, adding your text. This is where the hard work comes in, but you would have to do that anyhow. It's just that this part would have taken an additional 20 hours to do if you were doing it the old-fashioned way, if not more. All right?
Okay, so you're saying because it's a template, it's going to be much faster.
It's going to be a lot faster. Okay? So I'm going to click on Preview Changes. I'm going to go to the website. So this is what the homepage of your website looks now. So if somebody goes to your website, this is what technically they can see once you program it to be that way. You're going to want to go in, Caleb, after, and then just like rewatch this video, and I want you just to go in and activate. I want you to go in and activate the additional pages. So remember all the other pages that we created drafts for? I want you to go in and same thing, edit, and then publish the page for each one of these so that we have a couple of pages going. How about, in fact, how about we do 2 more now, and then you can do the other ones after. Okay? Just so you get a practice with it. So what I did, I just clicked on edit, right? And then I'm going to click on publish. Publish. And I'm going to go edit with Elementor. Let's just go. Come on. It's taking a sweet time. Okay, so again, we've got the whole page here. We got to change the colors and so forth. These icons are not showing up for now. We just, once you click on it, the first one, they will all appear. Once you click on this to edit it. So it's a little slow because of the, you see? Once you do that, they'll appear. Okay, so what we're going to do one more time is we're just going to click on the settings. We're going to set it to default. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hide the title because I'm going to create the header menu. Okay, so that one's done. Dashboard. Pages. All pages. We're going to be smarter this time. I'm going to open in a new tab. So I'm going to hold down the control button and hit edit so it opens a different tab. So I don't keep having to go into and, oh, I forgot, and I got to go that whole loop around. If you don't open a new tab, I got to go to preview the page. Then I got to go to dashboard and then go back into pages again. It's like a big loop. So that is now done. That's done. All right, so that will be your About Us page. You can change this up or make it look any differently that you want to. Then we're going to go to the Contact Us page. Why is it taking so long? We're going to publish this page, the Contact Us page. Publish.
Okay.
Edit with Elementor. I'm going to go Add New. Oh, so this is cool. This is how I'm going to show you how to create a page from scratch because I wanted to show that anyhow. Did you have any questions in the meantime? So I'm creating a page called Coming Soon. I'm going to publish that page, publish it immediately. And I'm going to go Edit with Elementor.
So what page did you add that onto?
What, the Coming Soon?
Yeah, the Coming Soon. Is that for the whole site?
Yeah, the Coming Soon page. I'm going to create a Coming Soon page, and I'm going to go to WordPress, and I'm going to say to show that Coming Soon page as the landing page.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So we got another one. This page is all done. And I mean, by all means, Caleb, if you want, you can go back into the Envato elements and copy some layouts from a different design. Like sometimes I'm building up, I've in the past built a video page for a client and use like the Contact Us page from a pet store because it kind of matches more with your vision, right?
Gotcha.
So you can mix and match those, no problem. Okay. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hide the title again and then hit save. So that's about the only thing that I want to do with that page. So I went to settings down here. It's kind of being hidden by this little icon thing here now, but you hit on settings, then you click on hide the title. Because at the top, if I don't do that, at the top here, it's going to say contact. If you don't hide it, it will show it when it's published. Okay, so now we got these pages done. We're going to do two more things and we're going to call this a wrap. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hide the Coming Soon. So again, I'm going to show you. So you see how it has this. On the Coming Soon page, we don't want to have anything on it. We don't want anything. So we're just going to go the layout. We want it to be canvas. So if you think of canvas as a blank canvas when you're painting, right? A page with nothing. So I've got to add everything from scratch here. I can go ahead and put everything element by element like I showed you before, but I want to be fast. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and do add a template, and I'm going to add a Coming Soon page. All right. So which one do you think would be good? All right. How many days?
Oh, let's say 30 days.
I'm going to give you 10 days.
They give me 10 days?
Yep. No joke. Today is the 14th, 24th. Okay, month end, May 1st. I'll go half on you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put your Gmail here at gmail.com. That's correct. You said coming. And then if you want to change the picture back there, we can change the picture. But for now, at least we got this. Okay. Now we got to do one more thing in the back end of the website. So we're going to go, I forgot to leave my little loophole open. So I got to go around that big circle. So if I don't keep the other tab open, I got to click on this to go to the website. Then I got to go to Caleb Session dashboard.
Okay.
Now I'm going to scroll down to settings. I'm going to go to reading. I'm going to tell WordPress, I don't want it, because I'm not using this as a blog site. I'm going to use it as a website. So I'm going to say, I want the home page to be a static page, and I want it to be the coming soon page. Okay?
Cool.
And I'm going to go ahead and, oh yeah, this little button here is a very important button to know. This discourage search engine from indexing. I have had customers that become loyal fans of mine after, because they had somebody who doesn't understand SEO design a website for them, and they turned this button on while the site was being built because they don't want it to show up in Google, right? Because it used to take like 6 months to build a website. So they turn this on, and then when they launch the site, they forget to turn this off. So the customer would contact me a year, 2 years later saying that I'm not getting any traffic to my website, right? And I don't know what the problem is at first, so I charge them for a diagnostic, and then I go in, and then very often it's just this one little button that was off. This is telling Google not to index the site. This is checked on. Okay. There are times where you don't want to turn it on. So let's say I was building your website on a staging site, like I do for most customers. I don't want it to show up as duplicate content. So I'd turn that on. Or there's several times that you would do it. The important thing is you got to remember to turn that off, which is conveniently on this page. This is what you got to change to turn the site on anyhow. I've got to turn off this coming soon page and turn it to the home page. So I don't know why they wouldn't think to check down here. Okay, so now the last thing that we want to do quickly is let's just go into templates, theme builder, and let's design your header. It's called the header. Shoot, I didn't do something. It's okay. I gotta come back. I was supposed to create your menu first. Okay, so I'm gonna go menus.
Start from the top. What are you doing right now?
I'm creating your menu. The menu across the top of the website.
Okay.
So I call it primary menu. Pretty simple. And then I'm going to add home, about, and contact. This sample page, we want to go ahead and delete that. A lot of people forget to do that. We don't want the coming soon in your menu. So we just want your menu to have home, about, and contact us. All right? Let me show you. So you see my website has a menu along the top here.
Oh, okay.
That's my menu. So now I am going to build out a template for you for the top of the website. So I think we can do one like...
to the right, on the top or to the right.
This one?
How about that? Do you think or is that too dark?
It's your call. Design is completely subjective.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one.
All right. So we got your home, your about, your contact us. You got a search bar. We got to get you a logo.
Yep.
So we don't know what the logo is going to be yet. So we'll just put your texts. I'll just put a text instead. I think on a future call, we'll do your logo.
Okay.
Do you have a particular font that you love?
Not one that I've found yet.
Okay. I'll show you where you can find fonts. If you want to choose all the available fonts, just go to a site called fonts.google.com. And there are about 2,000 different fonts that you can choose from right here. All right. So you can go through here and you can choose whatever font that you want to use. Just take the name and you can go and put it in. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I'll leave that like that for now. This is your header. So we can go ahead and save that. Okay. Publish. Now we have to add the condition. So we want this to show up across the entire site. Okay. And then we're going to go save and exit.
Like I saw you do what you did, but what did you click on again to do that? To make it across the site?
Oh, I clicked on, that's a good thing. So when I go to pub update, I went to display conditions, and then it says include this across the entire site, right? I can also choose to exclude it on particular pages.
Gotcha.
You get it?
All right, makes sense.
So I just pretty much did that. You can do other things. So like if we go to the contact us page now, if I go to view the contact us page, you'll see the contact us page now. It had that ugly thing before. Like now you see now it has that nice Caleb session, but I should have made that blue. So the way that I do that, I click on edit that nav, and then I go to style. I'm cutting a couple corners here that I shouldn't be. So you see I change that to your blue, change that to your blue, active to your blue, or maybe to the darker one. Okay, so now when I update, it'll happen site-wide. If I refresh this page, I'm on the contact us page. See, now it's blue. Cool?
Yep.
How you like that?
Awesome. Love it.
So now you got some pages too. So the home page, I should have made it I should have done the canvas version. Now I have a header. I'm going to actually put that header there. Your coming soon page is done. Oh, one last thing I should have done was, you see how it has Caleb advice? This is one example of HTML code that you might want to do. So I'm going to copy that, and I want when somebody clicks on that, it automatically sends them it automatically takes them to the email client, right? You know how you see when it's clickable? So the way that we do that, use a little bit of HTML code. It's called mail to : and then I click on that. I paste your email here. And then now, when somebody clicks on that, it'll be hyperlinked to activate the mailing tool.
Oh, cool.
You see? It's opening up my mail. I never created that. On that note, we'll talk next time. I think the next session we're going to do, we're going to build you a start off logo to get started with for your brand. All right, Caleb, thank you so much.
Perfect.
All right, take care. Bye, buddy.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.